Please read the disclaimer. Hello, beautiful people. Shalom, money makers. The reason why October 10th happened was actually canceled. You'll understand soon. Plus, CNBC was hot and bothered on XRP. Is this going to help XRP or hurt XRP? We'll talk about that as well. And we got news about the date where their government, the US government, should start moving should start moving the bill for the Clarity Act. And so that's going to be important as well. Make sure to watch all the way to the end of the video. All I ask from you is that you give me a beautiful smile to send out those good vibes. Smash that like button. Let's try to get 1,000 likes on this video. The interest in XRP and the XRP videos was going up, right? We were getting a little bit of interest. And last night, it seemed like everything went back to the mean. The price action stopped a little bit and everybody is not interested again. That's what we saw, because I track these kinds of things. I track to see what is the viewership, what is happening with XRP. Are people interested? Are people watching the videos? How much engagement that's getting? And then it tells me actually, what's happening, right? So, and that can give me a very good indication on what the price action is or is going to be. Okay, so again, watch out for that. Currently, XRP is currently at $2.28. Not so much movement since last night. We are seeing XRP kind of gets up close and personal with the resistance or support area here, 227, but it hasn't been a brick wall, right? So it's slicing through it, up and down, up and down, up and down. Bitcoin is at 92,000. So we had that 10 a.m. sell-off yesterday, right? Similar action that we've seen before. And then since then, basically consolidating. You see this is a 10:30 a.m. Eastern time. We had that crossover here and the whole market pulled back. This is something that we've seen this phenomenon happen before. And it happened again yesterday. Ethereum, Solana down 1%, but people are looking at them as potential to see what could happen here. But the big news, again, price action, we'll see. Again, we had 4 or 5 days that were very, very good. And now, so far, 2 days of a little bit of a consolidation pullback. We did get the crossover on the 1348 EMA here, right? So that's a positive thing. I want to see momentum. I want to see at least 1 or 2 candles continuation. Last time we had, this after a long, from a red, so from a crossover from the top to the bottom, we went on, we haven't really actually seen something similar recently, right? Because a lot of these, these movements here, it came off, and then we had, of course, October 10th. We'll get to October 10th in just a second. This is after a long period of time. Even here, right, we had a crossover from the bottom to the top. And then when we had the red, right, the rel indication, we didn't drop down significantly. So we'll have to watch out and see what happens here with the price of XRP. So remember I said October 10th. Well, theories are behind October 10th crash was that the reason why that this was happening had nothing to do with what Trump tweeted out, right? And the underlying thing was that there was information that came out that the MCSI was potentially going to delist a lot of the crypto stocks, right, from their their indexes, right? That was what people were saying, and because of that, a lot of short selling started happening and people started selling assets, and that created the whole situation. Well, apparently now MCSI just announced that they will keep Bitcoin and crypto treasury companies on the indexes. This was the biggest reason behind October 10th crash, which wiped out nearly 19 billion in a single day. This announcement will also end the MSTR FUD about being forced to sell their Bitcoin holdings worth billion. And this is, of course, very, very bullish for the crypto market. How did the markets react to that news? They really didn't. Okay, we didn't see the prices, go up on the news. Maybe right here, but the news came out a little bit later, I think. Right, so the market market didn't really react. But it's kind of funny, because when you think back at it, the whole October 10th crash, what started it was the news about the China tariffs, and then later on we found out that it was this MCSI thing, and both of them, nothing happened there, right? So it's kind of wild, but it happens in the crypto market, and it happens. So we have to take this into consideration, that there could be a black swan event like what happened there. And even though the underlying reason doesn't make sense now, 2 months, 3 months later, we have to be ready for this possibility, as always. And as always, this video is for educational purposes, for entertainment purposes only, not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence before you decide to invest. Very, very important. If we go back to XRP ETFs, and we'll get to them in just a second, the XRP ETFs, which had a very good day again, around the 50, 60 million range, but we didn't see, much movement because of that yesterday. The day before we did. Actually, we saw a sell-off, which was interesting, right? And I was scrolling on YouTube, I was scrolling then on Twitter, and I saw this, that CNBC said that XRP is the hottest crypto trade of this year, right? That's according to CNBC. They said it's not Bitcoin, it's not Ether. And the reasoning behind it, and you can go watch the whole interview here on CNBC's YouTube page. They talked about nothing new, so I don't want to play it just because copyright and stuff like that. But they basically said that the reason why was that even though XRP and the price of XRP was going down towards the end of the year, we continued to see accumulation into the XRP ETFs. And that was the reason why now we're seeing the movement to the upside, right? So they were saying that was the reason why, that now that we have a little bit more momentum and a little bit more buying, there's interest, and they were always accumulating even though the price was down. And that's what's now moving the needle. They also talk about Solana and other things here, and they don't really mention what the real reason behind XRP movement is, right? Because they don't know. Like, they can say, okay, it's the XRP ETFs, and that's why it's moving. And they talked about also the upcoming January 15th, potential U.S. Senate Banking Committee will vote on Bitcoin crypto market structure bill markup on January 15th. So that's news that we kind of thought that maybe that was happening, but now we have confirmation that that's going to be happening on January 15th. So watch out for that. That could be also an interesting day. They talked about cross-border payments and tokenization, but again, they're not really talking. It says here in the headline, why XRP is the new cryptocurrency darling. That people are looking at XRP more. They're looking at Bitcoin and Ethereum and say, oh, those already ran up. XRP didn't run up, right? That's basically what they said in the interview here. Again, it seems that they don't know a lot about the crypto market. Like, they know, but they don't know, right? And it's very interesting to see that, why did I say this could be a good thing or a bad thing? Sometimes if suddenly, an asset becomes a darling, right, to the mainstream media, or people that are watching it, come in because they see it on CNBC, they don't really understand XRP. They don't understand what's happened, what's going on. They're not subscribed to my channel, of course, like you are, of course, right? And they come in, they invest, and then they don't understand, and then they run away, right? And so that could be basically the bad, because you're going to get maybe people that shouldn't be investing in XRP that are investing. They don't understand that crypto can be risky, right? And things like that. The good thing on the flip side could be that you could be getting people that maybe were on the fence about XRP, and now they're seeing, oh, mainstream media is coming after are talking about this. We're seeing more and more institutions talking about XRP. So that could be the good thing about coming to mainstream media. Right? It's always interesting. It was actually two spots, right? It was this, but I also saw that there was another discussion around XRP and they talked about it. This was a different interview. Here is the same kind of people, but it was her, right? Her, but it was a different panel. They were also talking about how XRP was the crypto breakout trade for 2026. So again, maybe someone at CNBC has XRP. But that was interesting. Okay, so again, let me know in the comment section, what do you think? Is it good that we're seeing more and more XRP on mainstream media, or maybe this is a bad thing? You know, for Bitcoin, it's been a double-edged sword there, but it will be interesting to see. You know, even Ethereum, right, when it was hot and they were talking about it a lot, but now you know that it's less. It seems that they've forgotten a little bit about it. Although Tom Lee still keeps coming on the channel, right? CNBC. Interestingly, according to reports, Department of Justice may have violated the executive order. U.S. prosecutors reportedly sold about 6.3 million in forfeited Bitcoin despite executive order 14233, which bans the sale of government-held Bitcoin under strategic Bitcoin reserve. This is interesting. We'll see if there's anything around this. You know, there's the whole situation in the U.S. in Minnesota and what's happening there with everything with the situation in Minnesota. If you don't know, I'm not going to get too into that, but it's interesting to see if we get something regarding crypto, which actually the government is doing the wrongdoing here with crypto. Usually it's the other way around, right? So that's just an interesting story that I wanted to share with you. As always, don't forget to check out the links in the description down below. Join the free Telegram group. A link is also there in the description. Remember, I'll never contact you on social media asking you to sign up to anything or send me anything. Those are scammers. Please be very careful out there. Did you smash the like button? Let's try to get 1,000 likes on this video. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.